Mid-quest. Guys of Reddit, how would you want girls to ask you out? Just hey, I like you, do you want to go on a date sometime would be nice. A bit unrealistic, but I would love it if after that I didn't wake up. Just a straightforward question. Honestly, I think a lot of guys would be thrilled if a girl asked them out at all. It's attractive to know you don't have to do it yourself. Edit, thanks to you lovely strangers out there for the silvers. Preferably with a neon sign. I'm not too quick on the uptake. For real though, being forward without making things weird is best. A lot of guys aren't great with subtlety, so just plain asking is likely to get the best results. That being said, don't just go in cold, as it may seem like you're taking the piss or come off as weird or creepy. With words in person. Just asking me out normally would be fine. Hey, you want to go out together? My mom tells me, humoristically, that I am so bad at understanding people that a girl who likes me would have to grab me by the shoulder and tell me, while watching me straight in the eyes, I'm your girlfriend now. Honestly, I think she is quite close from the truth. The correct answer would be to go up to them and just ask directly and unambiguously. Of course, that's also the hardest option. Instead, spend your days dreaming and fantasizing of the possibility of a life together, wondering what might have been. No, what could still be, if only you had the courage to do it. But not because you fear rejection. Look them up on social media. Do some low-key stalking of their online profiles. Make just enough awkward small talk in person until they get uncomfortable around you. Could still be one or the other anyway. Just hit me over the head and ask me out, I'm an oblivious person. Before I die of old age. Thanks. Slightly related story. In high school I was out with a girl late one night and she suggested that we drive out to a park on the edge of town. We get there and the gate was closed. She turned and looked at me and asked, should we hop the fence? Being oblivious, I said nah, it's closed. Then I drove her home. It took me over a year before I realized what she had in mind. Don't give hints, we won't get them. Just go for it. Wanna go out? Simple spell but quite unbreakable. Literally anything from you're coming back to my place to eat my pussy to want me to buy you a coffee. I can't think of any bad way really, unless it involves stabbing me or something. Find me at a wedding, hold me close, whisper in my ear the Lannisters send their regards, stab me in the chest while my mother watches. Ask me anyway, just please ask me, I'm lonely. Edit, this was a joke, thanks for the karma though guys. I'm married now so I don't need asking out anymore, but back in the day when I was single I can think of two situations that sum up how I wish dating could have always been. I worked with a girl who I was into. She was also into me although I didn't know it. One day at work we were flirting and she just said, you know, I really like you. You wanna get a drink sometime? The first time my future wife and I were making out, on the couch in our dorm, she paused the makeout session, said, I wanna fuck you tonight. Generally, contrary to what some may say, a lot of us do not enjoy the chase. Also, a lot of guys are wary of making the first move because we don't want to risk creeping the girl out if the feeling isn't mutual. We also enjoy being asked out, and because we are stupid cavemen, it is best to be very direct. Subtlety is not one of our strengths. Hey, you. Yes, you there. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Be straightforward and ask directly. We guys don't act on hints because if we misinterpret them the consequences are not worth the risk. Oh my fucking god. Girls, please understand that guys don't care about stuff like that, just say it simply. I would date an average looking tree if it asked me out. Like a lot of people are saying. In person and preferably with privacy. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not a fan of that thing where she asks her friend or one of my friends to ask me. I understand you are nervous, but it just puts everyone in an uncomfortable position. It's hard for me personally. Being insecure about myself means that if one of my crushes came up to me and asked me out, I'd assume I was being set up as if it were a dare or a joke. I'm not self-confident and would only really trust someone if I'd been talking with them for some time, if I knew them. You wanna fuck behind the dumpster? A properly and clearly worded paragraph by email. Brush my cheek and ask if the seat is taken. I would like a girl to simply notice my existence, period. Beggars can't be choosers, and on this kind of stuff I'm an eternal beggar. Get me somewhere private, away from where anybody else can see and overhear, and then like I'm sure most guys want. Edit 2 things. Thanks for the silver. Please, if you are going to upvote this, please upvote the question too. They pull out their Game Boy, turn their hat around whilst yelling let's battle. There are obviously some wrong ways to do it, but for the most part the details don't matter. Just do it in a clear enough manner that they know they're being asked out. I think, as a general rule, guys are more direct communicators and worse at picking up on signals. So don't think he knows what I'm getting at, because he probably doesn't. Also, guys don't get asked out by girls as often, so that makes it even easier to miss. Anyway, the main point is to not let how stop you. If you're telling yourself that if you only knew the right way, you would do it, you're creating an obstacle that doesn't really exist at all. Hey, I like you. Wanna go on a date? Want to go out sometime? Complicated, I know. With a schlong bigger than my known. Probably with several reassurances that it isn't a joke, or dare to impress your friends giggling at a nearby table. Saw someone who's only ever been asked out for the above reason. Hi, I like you and I'd like to try and get to know you better over a series of coffees, meals and miscellaneous hangout options. If I like you enough after a short period of time, I might let you touch my boobies. Full stop. Girl. Subscribe. Please.